70 weeks of Daniel. Jeremiah understood in the 70 weeks that a day equal a year. And from the going forth of Cyrus to rebuild the temple to the time Jesus came and was baptized of John was a total of 69 weeks. That is confirmed by history and the Bible. Okay. And he shall confirm the covenant with many for 1 week, and in the midst of the week he shall call the sacrifice and the oblation to cease, and for the overspread of their dominant. So, in the middle of this 70th week is when Jesus was actually crucified, because his ministry lasted 3.5 years, and there was a 7-year confirmation. But people use this 7 years to say that there's going to be a 7-year tribulation. This don't mean that. Harold Lindsay perpetrated this, and some of the modern day prophets perpetrated this, but the Bible didn't perpetrate this. So in the middle of the 70th week, the oblation ceased, and Jesus died on the cross because he became the sacrifice, and the veil of the temple was rent. So that God was telling them in that way that their sacrifices and killing the animals wasn't no good no more, because Jesus was the perfect sacrifice. Because with the sacrifice of animals, they had to do it year after year, but Jesus did it once and for all. Was his sacrifice that he did for us. So, where Harold Lindsay get all this stuff from, and for them to come up with this temple in the future, they got to build a third temple. The temple at the day's cost is $500 billion. Now, you think the Jews gonna pay $500 billion to build a temple and tear it down in 7 years? I don't believe so. But today, a house from $100,000 to $200,000, and you will be mad if that sucker was towed down in 7 years. So, look, and another problem is the Dome of the Rock sitting where the temple is. Boy, you let them try to move that Dome of the Rock. Move it, and see won't you have a war with Islam tonight. But anyhow, well, we gonna try to say it, but that pops a pin in Harold Lindsay's balloon about building a third temple and tearing it down again, just for the Antichrist to come in and sit in, because he thinks that he is the Antichrist, but this he is not the Antichrist. It's Jesus Christ, because Jesus came into John the Baptist at 27 AD and was baptized and preached in his ministry 3.5 years, which is halfway down to 7 years. And the veil of the temple was rent, and God put an end to sacrifices. Okay, now we got 3.5 more years. Okay, what about the other 3.5 years? The other 3.5 years, the apostles preached to the Jews, and up until that time, that ended in 34 AD, which the Bible confirmed and history confirmed. Stephen was killed, he was stoned. And from that point on, the gospel went straight to the Gentiles, because he told them that their house was going to be left desolate. When he walked out the temple, when he made his last speech in Matthew 23, Jesus told the Jews, your house is going to be left to you desolate. And that's when their house was left to them desolate in 34 AD. So all of this pops a balloon and pops a pen and Hal Lindsey balloon about rebuilding the third temple and all that other kind of stuff there. So this is David Johnson. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm out of it. I'm out of here.